BYDFi is a crypto exchange on desktop and mobile where you can spot trade, futures trade, use leverage tokens, and copy the trades of top traders. If you sign up with the link in the description, you get a free $100 when you deposit $100. There's hundreds of crypto available on their spot exchange, as well as a free test account so you can practice futures trading without getting wrecked. BYDFi. Hello everybody, welcome back. Let's not beat around the bush. I know you all got things to do and places to be. So just gone past 9, still early days. We'll start with Bitcoin. We'll look at it on the 4 hourly first. So it's continuing to pull back. We've closed below the Bollinger Band, so that the downtrend, or should we just call it a pullback, is still in play. We had a bit of a bounce around the $30,000. That's a Captain Noob Master area. And also if we go to a daily, we can see that that's a 7 simple moving average, which I'm not too pleased about really. Normally when you see, well, I say I'm not too pleased. Obviously, it's, you know, if we're bouncing from here, that's fine. I bought much lower, but the extension of any form of rally based on a 7 simple being used as the first area to buy the dip on is usually the last stage before we actually sort of go up further and then consolidate deeper. To be honest, so I'm not too happy about that. I do want to see a pullback a little larger than that if we're going to have, you know, more continuation on higher term timeframes over a period of weeks, maybe throughout the summer. But the 4 hour are looking a little bit better for me because I do want to see it pull back further. So obviously the $30,000 being a Captain Noob Master number, nice round number, lovely, easy. But if that breaks, then incremental steps on the 4 hourly is best way to look at this. We're talking 29,300 at the moment. Obviously this is uptrending, so every 4 hourly closure is going to be higher supports. Then we've got the flat horizontal, 28,500, give or take. And then the best place that you could look at buying this dip, if we were to get there, or taking a position, a long position or whatever. And again, I'm not telling you to do anything. You do what you want to do. These are things that I would love to see, that I'd take advantage of. Would be a pullback all the way down to 27,700. It sounds catastrophic, but it really is not. Definitely not. I know that some people might be thinking, oh, all the way down there, it's obviously going to go down lower. Well, you're thinking about things in terms of formations, think about things in terms of continuation. You want to see pullbacks, retests of deeper moving averages to see how strong they are, really. Divergence is in play for all these moving averages. They're more or less in the right place. And obviously, if you go to the daily, you can see they're all in the right place as well. So Bitcoin has got a very nice chart with a pump signal as well on the daily. We just want to see pullbacks to deeper areas. So again, yeah, the 10 exponential currently sitting around the 29,300. So that mimics the 50 exponential, doesn't it? And the 50 simple and the Bollinger Band currently sitting down here at 27,500 or 600. So a lot of supports between this area and this area, all worthy of taking the opportunities. To be honest, I like the way it looks on all time frames. I'm not afraid of this. I just would like to see it would be better for price action. You would likely see higher highs if we were to pull back now or over the next day or two than if we were to just extend the rally and go further. That's all I'm saying. You will get better, higher prices if we pull back now rather than later. One last thing is we'll look at Ethereum, because we're also thinking about altcoins, aren't we? We want to take part in some kind of altcoin scenario. We're looking at some altcoins at the weekends, and I was looking at them this morning, and there are rallies that are definitely possible of over 100% on some of these altcoins. The main thing is to focus on, really, I would say, would be Ethereum's position on the chart, Ethereum's criteria to if it's going to have extensions, if it's going to continue to run. And for I said it yesterday, still the same deal. We need to reclaim $2,000 on Ethereum's chart. We would then get a pump signal, hopefully, at some point soon. All the moving averages would be more or less in the correct place. And we'll be looking for continuation on Ethereum. And Ethereum has the power to push the total market cap to higher than it is already. Now, looking at the total 2, it's actually not too bad. It's not too bad at all. We're in the mid. We're forming a potential golden cross on the 4 hourly. We do have 2 drives of hidden bullish divergence on the RSI on the 4 hourly. The daily, however, has got a little bit further to run before anything can be considered to be bullish on this one. We've had these 3 death cross retests, you could call it, and closures more or less below the 50. So, for the total 2, we want to reclaim these areas. We'll call it, 575 billion, basically above your Bollinger Bands, your 200 exponential, with the MACD crossing above the 0 point. But it doesn't mean that buying altcoins down at these low levels isn't going to yield you decent returns a little later down the line. But for immediate continuation and strength of trend, we do need to basically break this formation, which is currently a downtrend. And that will be broken once reclaiming and staying above your 200 exponential on the daily. But the 4-hourly does show promise, I have to say, and it looks quite good. And Ethereum is going to cause a big impact on this chart because it takes up the vast majority of the market cap for altcoins. And so it's going to impact this chart massively. Quick look at Bitcoin dominance for what it's worth. It's not worth a great deal at the moment, but it is pulling back a little bit. And on the weekly, we're still thinking that these areas between the 200 simple and the 200 exponential are going to be some form of resistance that will see a consolidation on this chart. So a lot to expect. And you've got to keep your eyes on the charts, because just because that's what we want doesn't mean that it's going to happen. But it has happened in the past. You've seen rejections around the 200 exponential on the weekly several times for decent positions. This one again here, and then we had a blow off top over here when Bitcoin ran 300% and altcoins basically stayed static. And it's at that point where we saw a consolidation. So yeah, this isn't the oldest chart in the world. We don't have a great deal of history to go by, but the history that we do have, we have to recognize that, yeah, 200 simple, 200 exponential on the weekly does have some relevance for a potential resistance. And if we see Ethereum break 2,000 and total market cap also break that 575 billion, then we might be looking for a short but decent alt season, maybe around 100% for some of these altcoins that we saw. But yeah, a lot of that is we just have to sit back, watch and wait. Just finishing off now then with a bit of Forex then. So let's go to euro dollar. So the euro's looking okay on the weekly. So long as we're holding these areas 107.8, 108 roughly thereabouts, we should be okay. Daily, again, looking for support around 108.1, so that's all fine. That's okay for now. Closures below that level. Again, another retest of 107, potentially lower, but for the moment, seems okay. Yeah, the reason we like to look at the euro is because it has the opposite impact on the Dixie. Dixie again bouncing, but yeah, we can't call it an uptrend. We could just call this a series of highs, lows, lower highs, which is potentially going to be around 103.2, and then another lower low, and see what happens the lower we go, really. So not too bothered about that. Gold is something that we're still waiting to see some kind of major upside on this one. It's not benefiting from the pullback on the dollar, not really. That's fine though, because we like the way that it's consolidated on its own. And the correlation is still relatively decent, to be fair, on the higher term timeframes and the overall chart structure between gold and Bitcoin. And I still favour the potential rotation from stocks to commodities, basically precious metals. So I think everything still stays the same. I think stocks will likely move up a little bit higher. I think gold is going to meander down at these lower levels, waiting for a breakout. It's worthy of taking positions in, sort of layering into them, I suppose, the lower we go. But stock's still okay for an extension on the current rally, maybe all the way up to 4,500-ish area. But even stocks look like they want to pull back a little bit further. Positions to be taken probably around about 4,300. So a lot of opportunity in buying dips across all markets at the moment, to be honest. It does seem ripe for opportunity across everything, for all kinds of futures, spot, whatever. It's all looking pretty sweet. I do like the way it looks. So that is Monday morning. Let's have a look, see how this materializes throughout the day. See if we have these reactions at these buy the dip opportunities on stocks, on gold, on euro, on Bitcoin, on Ethereum, on whatever altcoin you're focused on. But long story short, in summary, kind of looks good for continuation. Right, I'll leave it with you there. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a nice day. Take it easy.